Evening everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm bringing you round 8 of Next Gen's CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. It's going to be a different one tonight, so we're from Tokyo Expressway tonight and we've got weather on, so it's going to be a wet one. I think it's going to be intermediate tyres for most people. It is sort of half wet and half dry. There are a few sort of underground sections, bridges, tunnels, etc., which do make there you go, there's one right there. There's a fair chunk which is underground, so we have got quali starting in 1 minute from Boonsey. Let's just have a look who's in the room. Boonsey, Bob, Bogus Begbie, Weed Smoker 420, Myler Tyler, Jamie JJ94, TWT UK, KZ2 Haas, new driver tonight. He's jumped over from the Sirocco leagues, I believe, if I'm reading that right in the chat, and NGR happy in the room as well. So 7 drivers. Good to see. Alright, so tonight we've got 2 sprint races. The first race is 15 minutes. There'll be no pit stops. They will start with 100 litres of fuel, so a full tank, and medium tyres only in the first race. And then they will have the second race, which will be a reverse grid of race 1. That'll be a 30-minute. Fuel and tyre wear will be on, so fuel is at, let's just have a look, fuel is at ×8 and tyres are at ×10 for wear on that. They will only start with 70 litres of fuel, so they will have to pit. So Boonsey has started the quali. Let's turn everything on. Evening Ryan, how you doing brother? Good to have you on board again. So that's all the stuff. Let's go and sit with, why is TWT in the pits? Okay, we'll sit with Bogus Begbie. As I say, a lot of dry sections in this track. Find my own stream so I can there it is, so I can share it to the groups. So no hot laps at the minute. As I say, it's going to be a difficult one tonight with this wet weather. Bogus, Thomas Begbie, how you doing mate? Have a good race brother. Just blam that in there, swash on that, and let's have a look at Boonsey. So yeah, no tyre wear in this one. This is just quali. Let's just find that as well. Right, we're in. It's been posted up in the group. It's been posted up on the page. Let me pick up the keyboard because I've forgotten all about that. Livery for Jamie still. Jamie, what's going on? I'd have thought Jordan would have sorted you one out, mate. So we are on the hot laps now. It was out laps a minute ago. Smoker and TWT yet to finish their out laps. So now we'll look at Myler Tyler up front then. So I did commentate on this last night with the P1 boys. The track was actually running the other way around, so a little bit different tonight. So Myler Tyler just coming around the last corner then to set the first of the hot laps. look. So 138.2 for Myler. Boonsy's put in a 141. NGR happy. See what KZ2 has actually put in a third place now, 141.7. NGR happy 142.1. Bogus Begbie on a 142.7. Jamie J 144.7. Weed Smoker 153.1. Yeah, again he and TWT yet to do hot laps. TWT giving us a quick flash of the lights. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go on board with Weed Smoker as he goes for a lap. He's just coming around the last corner there. Again, difficult. You can see the puddles on the tarmac in front. This is only the second course that Gran Turismo's dropped the weather on. So he's across the line then. He started his third lap. So just easing off around that right-hander. Again, a dry section of the track here. All underground. So if you were using full wets, they'd be getting punished down here. Purple sectors for Weed Smoker. Again, just letting off through there. Car roll through rather than trying to push it. It's halfway round. Again, drops down into another underground section. Difficult corner to get right, that one, and the exit of this one as well is a bit awkward. Easy to run wide. No runoff areas as you can see on this track. It's just concrete and metal work. So although you may not go flying off track, you will be spinning round, dragging yourself down the concrete or down the arm coat, just like that. So Weed Smoker then just going around the final right hand bend, back onto the start finish straight. Let's see what sort of time he's put in. Chucked in a 139.8, good enough for third place on the grid at the minute. So there's a 15-minute quali, and then straight into the first race of 15 minutes. Let's just pull up the stand-ins that CJW has kindly sent over. So you are watching the Pro-Am lobby. CJ, evening mate, only 5 turned up, that's not great. Pro boys are joining me, alright. You jumping in? You having a race? F124, evening mate. So, only five drivers in the Pro lobby. I was just about to say, there are 2 lobbies open tonight. There's the Pro and the Pro-Am. But CJ just popped up on the chat saying that the Pro boys are joining this lobby. Okay, so we'll have a few new drivers in the lobby. I don't know how this is going to work out with the qualifying now. So CJ, if you're still listening, can you send me the Pro-Am stand-ins? Not that that's going to help me because I'm not going to be sure who's scored what points, when, who with. But at least I can give people a rundown of where the other guys are in their league respectively to this one. Myler Tyler then still on that 138.2 for his fastest laps so far. P1 on the grid. Yeah, it has, Fraser. I don't know, mate. I don't know. You'll have to speak to Boonsy. I don't know whether Boonsy's in chat with... Where is he? Let's change view. What's he doing? He's not ghosting, so I don't know whether he's having a chat with Cutler. There we go. There's a bit of ghosting going on now. Hopefully get a bit of communication so these guys can join the lobby. We may have to restart quali. Sorry people, just catching up with the chat, just seeing what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, not sure what's going on really at the minute. Whack the pros at the back. Well, that's, you know, there needs to be some chatting going on between the two hosts and the sort of leader of the pack. So yeah, a lot of guys have joined the... Oh, I don't know what's going on with this camera angle. Let's change that to someone who's not planted in the wall. GT Deli B, evening mate, how you doing? We're just having a bit of a confusing one at the minute. There's two lobbies open, or there was two lobbies open, and now we're just about to have the pro boys jump into this lobby. So there you go, F124, VLX Sparks is in. I did see Big Z had come in the room as well. All sorts of stuff's going on. PK261 has added someone to my groups. I don't know who that is. What's going on? Right. There's another one that's ploughed into the wall. What on earth is happening, people? It's Boonsy Bob. Boonsy Bob's hosting. Where is he? Who is hosting? Right, so I've got chat coming in all directions. Hold on. Boonsy Bob. Boonsy Bob everywhere. Boonsy. Drifting from NGR happy. So, as I say, I've not really been paying attention to this quali, unfortunately. Myler Tyler done a faster lap of 1:37.9. Just been trying to keep up with what's going on in the lobbies, but I don't know. You are gate crashing, Fraser, but fair enough. VLX Sparks saying they've all just piled in our lobby. Well, yeah, you have, but, you know, the decision's been made. So, yeah, Myler Tyler then holding that P1. Bogus Begbie currently holding P2. 1:38.9. We have only got 2.5 minutes left to quali. Boonsy Bob just parked up. Obviously trying to sort out what's going on here. No times on the side for him. Smoker left and come back. NGR happy. What's he on? A 140.6. There's a bit of damage on his car. KZ2 Haas, as I say, new driver tonight. What's he got? 141.4. So the transitions between the wet and the dry sections are going to be difficult. I don't think they're restarting quali, Ryan. And Jamie J then in 7th place with 142.0. He's got a very big dent in the back of that Mini as well. TWT on a 142.7. So some of these guys maybe just struggling a bit with this weather. just a minute and a half really till the end of quali. Still don't really know what's going on with the lobbies. They all have joined this one, but with qualifying that's still running. KZ2 then put in a faster time. What's he put? A 139.7 for him. Let's say new drivers come over from NGR's Sirocco League. So we'll see how he gets on in these minis. Smoker then, as I say, left the lobby, come back, still not putting a hot laps yet. NGR happy, 140.0 for him. Just cruising around. Jamie J then, 142.0. And TWT just struggling on a 142.7 as well. So quali's about over. So Breezy Bob has just popped up, so everyone's got to cancel their entry and restart. And he's got to set the lobby order by hand, the grid order by hand, which is a bit of a pain for him. CJ's in the room, sometimes on YouTube. Yeah, so go check out CJ's stream. Oh, a bit of glitching from Myla Tyler. I hope all you lot got good internet connections, you pro boys. Look, what's going on? Giving Myla all sorts of grief. I don't know how it'll come across, Chris. How are we going to get it to? How do we get it to throw across? Do me a party request. We're gonna have to try and change my audio settings. 1 second, see if I can get it to send all the stuff, all audio output. All audio, right, let's see if that does it. Come on then, CJ, send me a party request. Why is there only 3 of you? What are you lot doing? So we are waiting for everyone just to leave this race. Myla Tyler, the only one still driving. Right. Back in a second, people. You'll have to let us know whether this party chat works and whether you can hear CJ or not on the stream. CJ, how you doing, mate? Good. Oh, that was chaos, wasn't it? Right, let me just see if I can hear this on the stream. No, I can't hear you, mate. I just, where's that on? Party settings, let's have a look at that. Yeah, always allow, prioritize party chat. Yeah, no. No. It's all, it says always allow, prioritize party chat. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, we know we can't hear Chris GT. We're just trying to figure this out. Why is that then? Yeah, I can hear you fine, but obviously they can't. I don't know. Is it part of my streaming? Sharing and broadcasts. Let's just have a look here. So include microphone, yeah. So share party audio. Let me just turn that off and turn that back on. Right. Try that again. All right, that's down to you lot to tell us whether we're working or not. We're not hearing you, are we? Oh, I don't know what's going on. All right, dude, well, get yourself in the race. Oh, no. Well, they have, but they're restarting. I'm not sure if they're just going to stick the pro boys at the back.
I'm going to throw a message up.
Okay, so what's occurring? Restart in a minute, waiting for one more. Quali again, please. No, Myla Tyler, no. Yeah, we don't know what's going on, Ryan. We can't get CJW talking through the chat for some reason. All the settings are right. Do seem to get this trouble for some reason. Yeah, so it looks like you're racing then, CJ.
Alright, I'll hop out of the party chat then, mate. I don't want my swearing to put you off.
Cool, nice one, brother.
Alright, have a good one, mate.
Yeah,
I'll watch the stream later.
I hope you've recovered anyway. Well, not that you stopped, not that you stopped for too long, but yeah, it was a messy one.
Mate,
not super messy, but you know, it was good.
Yeah, we'll go into the. Well, I won't ask you to divulge details on a public stream, mate.
No, we shan't. No, we shan't.
Right, have a good one, Pop.
All right, nice one, bro. See you later.
Bye, mate.
Right, so party chat's not working. Let me just leave this chat so nobody else decides to dive in and start swearing on my stream. Right, so. Oh, what? You're taking the mic. Chris, they're saying Ryan Ellis is saying he could hear you just then. I'm back, Boonsy. I'm back. I've not left anyway. I'm still here. I've just been trying to sort the stream out, trying to sort Chris to get live comms, but I don't know. It just only just seemed to work. Then Ryan was saying, everyone's saying it was starting to work. CJ, come back. Whether he is. So he's already in the room with a car. So who have we got in the room now then? Let's just have a flick over. Myself, Boonsy, F124. Hello Fraser, how you doing, mate? Bogus Beg, Beatweed Smoker, VLX Sparks, PK261, Myla Tyler, CJW Racing. Jamie JJJJJ, TWT, KZ2 Haas, NGR Happy, NGR Bigsy, and NGR Cutler. That's a good idea. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Will he hear it in time, or will he just get out on track and they'll have started the race? Who knows? I don't know why. I've done that GT Delhi B. I've done it. So we are just in practice session at the minute while we sort of figure out what's actually going on. A lot of guys in the pits. So 13 drivers. Should be good. Ha, right, CJ's back. That's just CJ. Well, they were saying right near the end that they could. Let me just jump back to the game. Everyone hear that?
Can you hear me?
Come on, people. Make it work. Come on, type faster, people. Type faster.
So I can always just quit
Yes,
out.
Ryan Ellis is saying yes, he can hear you. Ryan Ellis is saying yes.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be very good at this anyway. So right, I'll jump back into the commentary booth.
All right.
And quit out of this.
Right. Apologies about this, people. It's absolute chaos going off.
There we go. So I'm not streaming this on my channel unless you want me to. We might as well just stick it all on yours.
It's entirely up to you, mate.
There's no point. There's no point, mate. It'll just cause internet issues.
Quite possibly. So what's the actual plan then, CG? Do you know more than I do? Are they back into?
No.
Looks like they're back in. Yes, they're back into practice. Nice, GT Delhi B. He's given us three thumbs up. That's got to be good things.
Delhi B, my man. Well, there's been a little bit of controversy about this one because the two guys to really keep your eyes on, mate, as you probably have figured out already, is VLX Sparks and F124YS.
Correct. Yep.
There's only a handful of points between them in the Pro Championship, and they've pretty much been exchanging fastest laps and race wins throughout the entire season so far. So,
right.
Fraser, however, is not a fan of the track. As you can tell, because Sparks is absolutely crushing it in practice at the minute, and Fraser's probably a little bit off his time. So you never know, he could pull a result like the bag, and he's really good on his strategy as well, Fraser, so that's why he tends to pull it out. So sprint race, probably favour Sparks, but feature race, I do expect Fraser to have got into the groove a little bit and to put more of a challenge up against him.
Well, it'll be interesting to keep your eye on. Obviously, we've not... well, I've not really seen many of the races of the pro boys. I've watched bits and bobs, but not actually sat and watched all the whole series.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think these two are the ones to watch. Oh, I'm sure Fraser won't enjoy watching that.
I always tend to go to him when he's binned it, mate. So don't worry about it too much. One good thing about this, I guess, is I can keep an eye on other battles throughout the pack as well.
Correct. This is kind of how Potter and myself ran it during the charity events. So
I'll let you take the lead, mate, and if anything happens on the bits of the stream that you're not watching, I'll pipe up and I'll let you know about it.
Cool. Nice one. Right, so we've gone back into a second quali then, including the pro boys. Let's flick up to who's first man out on track. Nobody at the minute. It keeps going. Bogus and Begbie is first man out on track. So, as I say, difficult course this one. These minis might struggle around it. You've seen one or two with the back end dropping out. It does go from wet to dry quite a lot with these underground sections and tunnels and things. So intermediate's tyre of choice for these races, I believe. I don't think anyone's going to risk the full wets.
I think the way they run the sprints is they're all going to be regulated to that intermediate tyre.
Okay.
Which, as you say, is going to work in the wet, but in the dry it actually won't have as much grip as in the wet sort of conditions. Yeah, so it should be quite interesting.
I think these obviously will be the tyre over the wets. They won't need full wets here, due to the fact that it's not actually, you know, fully lashing it down, and there are a lot of underground sections. And the full wets will just wear out far too quickly for this race. Not this race, because there's no tyre wear on, but race 2 for certain.
I think race 2, the weatherman's predicted a dry race for that one.
Oh, is he? He's predicted that, has he?
He has. It's been on the news.
It's not John Ketley, is it? That's
no.
Alright, so F124 then being chased pretty closely at the minute by Bogus Begbie. We are still on out laps. Just started the flyers now.
Yeah, so everyone really tightly bunched up. Of course, it is quite a fast-flowing circuit, this one, so you can benefit a few tenths from the slipstream if you position yourself in the right way.
There are really only 1 or 2 corners where you actually need to use the brakes, I found on this track.
Correct, mate. Absolutely correct. I think you're on the brakes 3 times the entire lap.
Oh, is it 3 times? Okay.
You can get through most of the lap with like a little lift.
Yeah.
As soon as you lift, the front end does actually start to rotate. So, yeah, you only need to brake that 3 times. It's quite a fast track.
So let's go to a bit of a different view. So we will jump on board with somebody else for a complete lap. We'll just sit with Fraser for a minute. Just see it from the point of view from inside the car. I don't think he drives like this. I believe he drives bumper cam. So into another dry section. Turn your wipers off, Fraser. He has done. Oh, they're back on. Unless they're auto wipers.
I don't know if these minis are equipped with that feature, are they?
I've no idea. Probably these the Coopers. Top of the range, aren't they? They're going to have all the gubbins. So F124 then, what's he put in? A 136.2.
It's a very quick time.
That is pretty quick. I think we were just getting into the 37s in the last quali session.
Well, I was in a practice session with Sparks, who set a 138.2. That's not representative of his pace because he was running 138.8. Sorry, 135.8 in practice. So he can go faster. Maybe one to watch.
135.8.
Yeah.
Wow. So NGR Cutler rolling in the cheetah liveried Mini. So this series is actually affiliated with CHewitt Racing, so give them a like on Facebook and go check the website out. I will put the links in the description below. I have already said go check out CJ's channel, but he's here so he can plug his himself, damn it.
I'll do just that, mate. I'll do just that.
But yeah, I will drop a link in the description below to CJ's channel anyway. And I'll drop a link in for the Next Gen Facebook page. So Myler Tyler's now put in a fast lap, a 137.2 for him as well.
Very good lap that.
So it's still a second off Fraser's time, but still a quick lap nonetheless.
I don't think we'll see magic from Sparks on this one. It looked like he got in a little bit of not a battle with Bogus Begbie, but certainly got held up on his lap. So he's got 10 minutes left to do something special. He has got clear air now, so he might be able to do something in the coming laps. He
has got a bit of space in front of him. We'll just see what he does as he comes across the line here then, coming around the last corner. 136.7, so not too shabby. So he's separated Mylan Tyler and F124 by half a second either way. So yeah, just pushes Mylan Tyler and everyone else. Biggsy now put in a good time as well, 137.6 from him as well. So yeah, the pro boys starting to show their colours then, dropping into the 137s early. NGR Cutler 137.7. So Weed Smoker on a 139.2, 6th place for him currently. KZ2. Do you know a bit more about this driver, Chris? I know he's come from the Sirocco leagues. You've obviously commentated over him, I'm assuming.
He's a competitive fella. Keeps it clean, as all these next gen racing boys do. I'd expect him to be in the mix, but if I'm being brutally honest, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying this, he's not a Sparks or a Fraser, but in the Siroccos, definitely he's up there.
Okay.
He's fighting at the front most of the time.
Yeah, I do like driving those Siroccos. They're good fun.
Understeery beasts.
On all the front wheel drive cars.
It's very true. While you're doing that, I'm keeping an eye on live timing just to see if anyone's on improved laps.
Okay, mate.
As we see, no one's setting purple sectors right this minute in time. Fraser did go purple in sector 1, fastest of everyone, but lost a lot of time in the second and third sectors. Sparks has just blitzed it as well.
Yeah, 136.3 for him. And you were saying we shouldn't be really paying attention to Sparks, but here he is in second place.
I never said pay attention to him.
Wow. So he's
I
right
said,
on
don't pay attention on that lap. Oh, there we go.
Oh, right, on that particular lap, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's right on Fraser's tail then. 0.098 of a second behind Fraser. So going to be easy to take that place off him if he's just puts a little bit more squeeze on that go pedal. So then Milo Tyler down in third, almost a second back. Let's just flick further back down the pack. We were going through the guys. So Bogus Begbie down in seventh, 139.2. PK261, 139.3 for him. Just talk. Potter.
Easy. All right.
How you doing, mate? How you doing, mate?
Good.
Please mind your language, Potter.
While we're streaming, we're
Yes,
live.
yes, we are.
Evening peeps, like and subscribe.
There you go.
Might be worth having a look at Fraser, because he's gone purple in sector 3. He's just about to finish his lap.
Right, okay, he's just come around the last corner cleanly. Yeah, 136.0. So on an absolute flyer.
What are you commentating on tonight, you boys?
It's the minis, Nev. We've got the pro and the pro-am boys joined one lobby tonight. So CJ and I have done the old tag team.
Fair. That sounds good.
And then we've commentated together.
Well, it's just a quick hello, and
All right, mate.
yeah, have a good one, and I'll catch you soon. Yeah.
Cool. Nice
I'll
one,
leave you
Potter.
to it. Catch you
Take it
later.
easy, mate.
Cheers, boys. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's one of the issues with the party chats, isn't it? That people can just dive in. I think you can set them to the amount of people you've got.
You know what? I might do that.
Yeah, because you never know, it's going to be throughout the night.
If any of my mates jump in this, then yeah, it's game over.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I've set a restriction. So we're good.
Yeah, I think we was it you and I doing the race of winners where we had Diablo suddenly pipe up halfway through the stream.
Yeah, just like he just woke up, this very gruff Australian bloke just shouting at everyone for an hour. It was great.
We do love him, Diablo. Puts in a lot of effort to race with us English guys.
Fraser might be going quicker again, you know.
I'm with him right now. Not quite. It's 136.8.
He's lost a bit of time.
But VLX Sparks though, he's putting on 135.7.
Yeah, there we go. That was the absolute. That last sector was 5 tenths quicker than anyone else has been.
Wow. GT Deli B's just piped up on the stream saying, "G'day, mate."
G'day, sport.
I bet he's just getting up. Yeah, I bet he's just getting up.
He'll wake up to a YouTube notification that you're live, and me and you are slagging him off on stream.
He'll be alright with that.
We love him.
We
Yeah,
do.
we love him.
Yeah. So Cutler then, he's put in a 137.3, 4th place for him. Big Z's put in a 137.5, 5th place for him. So the pro boys definitely a lot quicker than the pro-am boys. Milo Tyler's holding his own at the minute. He's in third place currently on the grid.
I'm just going to mention him.
Yeah, I was just going to say PK261 and Jamie need to realise this is quali and not a race. Yeah, that's all right. PK261 has made a bit of a gap on him.
VLX Sparks setting more purple sectors, so he could be improving his time. He was already 3 tenths ahead, so if he has a good last sector.
So he's just coming around the last corner. No sparks off the side of that car, despite his name.
Wait.
35.4. Cool, blimey. Sparks is putting him in.
Guy's an alien.
Yeah, but you think anyone quick's an alien, Chris?
That is very true. That's very true. Because I'm the other end of the spectrum.
Potter doesn't. No, you're not. You're quicker than me, so I'm the other end of the spectrum. Yeah.
All right, I'll take your word on that one.
Right. But have you not?
Not in a car. Not in a car.
Not in a not in a
go-kart.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did admittedly. Which I'm actually not so much proud about smacking you up, but everyone else in the Fusion League and all that lot. Yeah. Pow! That's what they got.
I remember you overtaking me and shouting at me at one point. Can't remember why. I don't know if I blocked you or what.
No, I don't think. No, nothing like that. It's just shouting, generally.
Sparks has gone purple again.
What's he playing at?
Quite early in the lap. Got a little bit to go yet. He's got another sector, but yeah, he's only just up, just low. So it might be eyes on Fraser. He's not setting anything I like right now. He's actually down on his time, but he's got enough time left to get another lap in if he wants to. So I'll keep an eye on Fraser, see what he does.
Okay, we have only got 2 minutes left of quali, and then we're jumping into the first of the races tonight. As I say, it's a 15-minute race with no pit stops, full tank of fuel, medium tyres only, and no wear on either. So is there wear? I don't think there's wear, is there, Chris, on the first race?
No? Not in the first race.
One, no. And then it's a reverse grid for race 2. That's a 30-minute race. Tyres will be at times 10, fuel will be at times 8, and we'll only start with 70 litres of fuel. So VLX Sparks, what did he put in? A 136.0, so not quite as quick.
Fraser's 6 tenths down, so he'll get across the line in time to do another lap though.
He will. So let's just throw ourselves further back down the pack. KZ2, let's see, 39.3, not managed to beat that 5th lap time yet. NGR happy on that 139.3. Boonsy on a 139.8, and Jamie J on a 140.4. Gapow, I don't know who Gapow is. Do we know who Gapow is?
New driver, I think.
Okay.
Don't know anything about him yet. Obviously, he'll not done any practice at all, so...
Is he pro or pro-am? Do we know?
I believe he's pro-am.
Okay. Yeah,
certainly not a driver that I'm aware of. It was just noticed in the group chat earlier.
He's just got it a bit sideways through the tunnel there. He kept it on track, but damaged his car all over the place. So he's currently in 13th place with a 140.8, and TWT UK is on a 142.1.
So Fraser then didn't improve on that lap. He's got one more to dethrone Sparks from the top.
Yeah, that was actually quite a slow lap. That was a 138.9, that last lap from Fraser.
I've got to say, I'm impressed with Marla Tyler. If you're looking at his times, they're all predominantly in the 137s, so he's throwing some good times in there. Certainly shows he can hang it with the big boys.
He has been driving well this season. No Hunty tonight either, for some reason. I don't know why. I do know he did a 24-hour race. I say race, it was a charity event for Macmillan. So big shout out to Hunty the Punty for that, because I checked in a few times. He did sound like he was going a bit crazy at points.
Just a shout out, sorry to interrupt, PK, it's 261, 1:36.8 on his last lap, puts him in third.
Blinder. 1:36.8.
That was a storming lap. Fraser is up, but it's not enough. He's 2 tenths up on his best at the minute. He needs 7 tenths to dethrone Sparks.
Yeah, he's in the last sector as well.
Got to be mighty. And
he's just dragged it down the wall. He's just dragged it down the wall, and now he's drifting it around the last corner. Good lad, Fraser.
Something to watch. I think that's qualifying over there, mate. So I can't see anyone on a hot lap.
No, we've got VLX Sparks in P1 then. Fraser in second, PK in third, Milo Tyler in fourth, NGR Cutler in fifth, Bigsy in sixth. I've lost them again. They will come up.
There's Begbie after that.
Where are they? Come on. So Bigsy in sixth, Begbie in seventh, Weed Smoker in eighth, KZ2 in ninth, NGR Happy in 10th, Boonsy in 11th. Let's just go through them. Jamie in 12th, Gapow in 13th, and TWT in 14th. So we'll stick with VLX Sparks. The revs are up. It's a bit of a dodgy camera angle. Can I change that? Yes. I didn't see the lights, but they're off. Oh, so VLX Sparks, he's stuck on the line. I'm not sure what's happened to VLX Sparks. He's still there. He's still on the line. I don't know what's going on.
He's revving his car. It's not moving.
F124 then holding P1. PK261 then been promoted to second place with VLX Sparks. Still stuck on the grid, I believe. Yeah, that's a shame.
So whether they decide to red flag this one, that's...
They might do. They might do.
It's quite possible being so early.
Milo Tyler third then. There's nothing coming up in the chat at the minute. So NGR Cutler up into fourth place, Bigsy in fifth, Begbie in sixth, Weed Smoker seventh, KZ2 in eighth, NGR Happy ninth, Gapow up to 10th already. Jamie J in 11th, TWT up to 12th then from 14th, Boonsy down in 13th, and it looks like we've lost VLX Sparks. PK261, yeah, PK261 up into P1 now. He's managed to get past Fraser. NGR Cutler's got past Milo Tyler as well. Milo Tyler down into fourth now.
Gapow up into ninth.
Yeah, he's
really won out. Oh, smacked the wall though.
Yeah, he started down in 13th place, so he's having a good first lap. It's a shame about VLX Sparks. He was looking good to win this race with that sort of lap time. So TWT up to 11th, then Boonsy Bob and Jamie J down in 12th and 13th. Just battle it out at the back of the pack. Let's just jump back up to the front. Sorry, Chris.
Milo Tyler and I was just going to say Milo Tyler and Cutler just had a little bit of a come-in together, but that's cost Milo Tyler a little bit of pace, and now the top three are in a right battle at the top.
They are. I was going to say NGR Cutler doesn't seem to have lost any time through that incident. He's right there with the top two, looking to make a way past. Difficult move to make when there's two cars already there. So nearly three wide then.
Circuit.
It's not, and as I say, no run out. Any mistake's going to be costly. Milo Tyler dragging it down the wall again. Cutler going for a move down the inside of PK261. He's got past Fraser. Now he's on the outside for the next corner, then the inside for this corner. So Cutler making moves. He's up into first place. That's a good move by NGR Cutler through there.
He lined that up about 3 corners ago.
He did. Fraser's followed him through as well. So taking second place, Fraser pushing PK from first to third through those few corners then.
Spread out a lot more down towards the back of the grid, so the action is well and truly up at the top right now. Milo Tyler has another little bit of an encounter with the wall, but he's
back on the back.
He can't take advantage of it.
He's closed up on the back of the top three as well. So Sparks has just popped up on the stream chat. He's not impressed at all. I can imagine so, mate. I can imagine so. You're on for a flyer there, my friend. So Biggsy just dropped off the back of Myler Tyler. He's now being chased pretty closely by Bogus Begbie. Yeah, we did see VLX Sparks. We saw you stuck on the grid, revving the hell out of it, and nothing happening. It's a shame the boys didn't restart for you. I'm a little bit surprised at that.
I think Fraser needs to buy PK261 a beer, because PK's effectively shunted him into the lead.
Yes, he's up into first place. There's a right old battle going for P1. Myler Tyler smashing into the wall again. So NGR Cutler down into second. Oh, Myler Tyler's liking the Armaco, I know that much. But PK261...
It's not costing him time, though.
I know. So is it actually quicker to run the barriers at full tilt? I don't know what the penalty settings are for collision. Oh, Cutler's just got it wide through that last corner as well. Oh, and PK261 as well. That's allowed Myler Tyler to make a move. Oh no, it's not. He's compromised Myler Tyler through there.
The thing these guys need to be doing in this sprint race is not let Fraser get away. Have that fight in the last 5 minutes, just work together and keeping a pack.
They've not let him
They're
do
doing
that.
too much battling right now.
Yeah, they've not let him run away just yet. He's still only 0.3 of a second in front of NGR Cutler. And Cutler and PK...
NGR...
Sorry, go on, mate.
I was just going to say NGR happy, got past Gapow back up into 9th at the back.
He is, yeah. Sorry, we haven't given the guys at the back of the pack much coverage. It has been quite intense at the front. But Gapow then pushed down into 10th place. Boonsy Bob, he's 2.5 seconds off the back of Gapow. A lot of work to do for Boonsy. 6 minutes into this 15-minute race. TWT and Jamie J just fighting it out at the back of the pack. Both of these guys using the wall round there. So having their own little fight at the back. So F124 still at the front. He's only half a second up.
At the minute, the fastest man on track is PK261, chasing down Cutler at the minute. He's setting purple sectors.
He's a little way back though. He's almost a second off NGR Cutler at the minute. That gap coming down a little bit.
And Cutler's just tapped the wall though, so that's going to help him close up. He's took 2 free temps out of him there already.
They've dropped Myler Tyler off a chunk as well. He's 1.8 seconds back off that fight now. He's got Biggsy and Bogus Begbie closing down on him a little bit. So he just needs to be careful from behind.
KZ2 has very close to making a move on Bogus Begbie now. Did
He's
think
making a
about
move
it
down the
into
inside.
T1.
Oh, he just stuck his nose down the inside through there.
I think it looks like he backed out of it to me on that one and decided to have the fight later on. But yeah, that one's going to rage on, that will.
I think so. They should be working together really to try and keep up with Biggsy and make moves on him.
You're quite right, but we both race and we know that that's it's hard to overcome your racing instinct, isn't it? Just
It is. It is just it's positions over making your way forward, isn't it, if you like. If you see that position, it's more important to make that position than it is to actually gain yourself back up to the fight in front of you. So Weed Smoker just having a little fight of his own at the minute. He's 2.2 seconds back from KZ2 Haas in 7th, so he's in 8th place at the minute with NGR Happy 4.3 seconds back. Oh, Gapow just going massively wide through there.
Hotting up in the battle for seconds. So it's Cutler who just taps the wall. Him and PK have been watching a little battle develop for the last half a lap with them two, and that's just allowed Myler Tyler back in the game now.
He's not managed to make his way back past PK at any point in this race so far though. So Fraser has managed to storm off 4.5 seconds up the road. Unfortunately, that might be commentator's curse from you there, CJ.
Well, I think if Sparks had been in the room, we'd be talking about a different battle up front, because him and Fraser would have battled that one out, but the battle for second has just let him escape, really.
So that fight's still on. So NGR Cutler and PK261 have now managed to drop Myler Tyler by 1.6 seconds. And now Myler Tyler has got a lot of company from behind. He's got Bigsy closing him down less than a second back. KZ2 has got past Bogus Begbie now. Up into 6 for him. As we say, new driver tonight. Comes from the NGR Sirocco League. Is there 2 leagues there, Chris, or is it just the one?
It's just the one, but it's in a similar format to this, so it's a spec series. Everyone gets the same car, no tuning. It's just flat out racing. It's quite good fun.
Great. He's making time over Begbie as well. 1.8 seconds he's got over him already. So let's just jump back up to this fight for second place. Cutler and PK261 still at it. So 10 minutes into this race and it's still kicking off. But F124, he's still 4.4 seconds in front of this fight. Myler Tyler has made a little bit more time up. But he's got Bigsy closing him down still. That's down to 0.6 of a second. KZ2 looking to get onto the back of Myler Tyler as well with Bigsy.
There's no rush to look at it, but there's a 3-car fight for 9th at the minute, with Gapow, Happy and Boonsy all squabbling over that 9th position.
Yeah, Gapow back up into 9th, then got past NGR Happy. A little bit of contact between those two. Oh, lucky Gapow managed to keep it on track. NGR Happy doing the right thing, just letting him keep that place, but under a bit of pressure from Boonsy now. That's just allowed Gapow to make his way up the road a little bit. So Boonsy Bob just half a second back from NGR Happy. Onto the fastest section of the track now. Yeah, I do like this course. It's one of my favourites.
You can really throw the car through those corners as well. Even on wets, if you get your line right, it really does grip.
Yeah, I jumped in the lobby with the P1 boys last night at this very track, but the other way round. In the Mazdas last night, it was good fun. So TWT and Jamie, and now that fight's finished. There's 1.7 seconds between those two. Jamie now bringing up the rear of the field. Let's just go and see how far F124's running away with it. He's not, he's lost a bit of time, 4.2 seconds.
It's because he's in your chat.
He is. What are you messing about, Fraser?
So Bogus Begbie and KZ2 Haas having another little ding-dong for 6th.
They are. So these two have been at it most of the race, really. A little bit of contact through there. Both keeping it clean. A little bit of rubbing by KZ2 Haas down the wall. Not managed to take that place off him yet, Bogus Begbie. So 6th and 7th for those guys. Let me just check on NGR Cutler and PK261. There's still 2nd and 3rd between those two. Myler Tyler now a little bit further back, 1.9 seconds, but he's got a bit of breathing room behind. 1.4 seconds back to Bigsy. Only 2 minutes left of this race, so it should be 2 laps. I'd have thought they'll get in as they come around the last corner now.
Cutler's just doing a great job of car positioning. Just watching their fight, and every time he has like a slow run out of a corner, he just puts his car in the right spot every single time.
He does race a fair old bit, does Cutler, doesn't he? So he knows what he's doing. Not just on Gran Turismo, but in real life as well.
Does he karting, doesn't he?
He does. He's made a bit of time over PK261. There's nearly a second between those two now. So NGR Cutler doing something right through there. Because the gap between Myler Tyler and PK261 has come down a little bit, but not enough to warrant a mistake by PK261. Let's go and give Fraser some coverage before he has throws his toys out the pram. He's 5.5 seconds in front. So unfortunately, even though these two are pretty quick guys with the fighting, they've not managed to make up any time over Fraser.
Myler Tyler and Biggsy now involved in a little bit of a squabble for fourth. Myler Tyler's at risk of losing that fourth position on what is probably going to be the last lap as he hits the wall.
He has lost a lot of time to PK261. Whether that was down to the fight with Biggsy or whether he just made a mistake and that's allowed Biggsy to get on the back of him, I don't know.
These boys are going to get another lap in now.
They are. So it's still on. Biggsy then literally pushing Tyler down the road. He's making a move down the inside. It's not the right position for this corner though.
KZ2, Haas and Bogus Begbie finished a tenth apart from each other after that battle. So after 15 minutes, tenth of a second is what separates them, guys.
I think that's what we might see here as well. Let's just see what's going on between PK261 and Cutler. Cutler again, yeah, you're right. He just knows where to position his car, doesn't he? Oh, but PK261, no, I thought he was going to go for a slingshot down the inside, but he's not able to.
I'm just riding on board with him for this last lap, just to see how he's going to overcome this.
I'll sit on with PK261, looking at the back of Cutler.
Oh, Cutler hits the wall.
Well, they've both just done that. PK261 again on the exit of that corner.
And this is a bit of the track where you really want that momentum as well. And look at the gaps just shot up now.
Yeah, just through those couple of mistakes into the wall. So let's just sit with Fraser as he comes across the line then. It's a good race by Fraser, 6.7 second lead over NGR Cutler, who's just coming across the line now for second place. PK261 in third. Myler Tyler and Bogus. Oh, Biggsy. Oh, Myler Tyler just keeping that place by a blim of a second.
There's nothing in that.
So it's looking good for race 2 then.
So like we said earlier, we're expecting dry conditions, and what that adds to the equation, I think this is why the weather forecast has gone that way, is that adds a whole new dimension to your tyre strategy.
Correct.
You ramp up the tyre wear, so it's 10 times I think off the top of my head, without checking.
It is 10 times tyre wear and 8 times fuel depletion. So
Right,
Ryan Ellis has
popped some in from the boys.
Ryan Ellis and Fraser have popped up. Nice race, lads. Go on, Myler Tyler. Up there with the pros, he's saying. And Fraser's come on. Going to ask John not to add my points. Want to be fair. Oh, want to be on fair grounds with Sparks. Fair play, Fraser.
Oh, it's a sportsman.
Isn't it? So we will just run through the order. So F124 won that race. NGR Cutler second. PK261 in third. Myler Tyler fourth. Well held, Myler Tyler. You were under some serious pressure there at the end. NGR Biggsy in 5th. KZ2 holding off Bogus Begbie at the end there as well. So 6th for KZ2. 7th for Bogus Begbie. 8th Weed Smoker. 9th Gapow. So not managing to get too far into the pack, but made some places up anyway off the start. 10th place for NGR Happy. Boonsy Bob in 11th. TWT in 12th, and Jamie JJJJ in 13th. We did lose a driver with VLX Sparks. He was stuck on the grid at the start of the race, which was a bit of a shame.
Just trying to see if he'll come back for the feature race. It'd be nice to have him in for that one.
It would be. Hopefully he's restarted his PlayStation. And it's all working fine. Let's hope so.
Yeah, so some good driving I saw in that one. The battle, there was battles all throughout the pack. Was quite impressed with a lot of the guys at the back, to be fair, because you had Gapow, who was fresh to it. I don't even think he'd done any practice.
No, someone just said
a few places up the grid.
I think someone just said he's joining the lobby, like at the start of this race. I think that's the most he'd had.
So you've got to be happy with that. The minis, they have I don't know how much of the minis you've driven, but they have a tendency of just being awful on the brakes. The back end just wants to turn around on you every time you brake. So.
They've got a bit of snap oversteer, I find. I like to throw the front end round when you think the back's going, and then a little bit like those Porsches, but obviously front wheel drive, not rear.
Yeah, we had fun with them last season at GTTCC, didn't we? Well, you didn't. You hated the damn.
Yeah, well, I'm not didn't do bad this season. I still don't know whether I'm promoted or not. Forgot to ask Dennis.
Should have just got him up at scruff at neck.
Well, I should have done, but
Or was it you who cut that tree down?
Cool. Did you see that? You didn't see that, did you? You disappeared, didn't you?
I walked out. No, I was there at that point.
Oh, that's
but
right.
I walked out just after it happened, and Dennis and Alan were just stood under this umbrella in the middle of this beer garden, and there's just a tree about 10 foot away from it.
And it weren't a small tree, was it? It was a bloody big tree.
It was a proper tree. There's a proper one, that. So let's have a look. Yeah, so we've got dry weather.
So look, yes, we have sunny 9:35 in the morning. 30-minute race, yeah. Feature race, reverse grid, correct. Super soft maximum tyre, racing hards, minimum tyre, fuel on times 10. Tyres on times 10, fuel depletion times 8, and initial fuel 70 litres. So I don't know how long they're going to give us in between races. We have been delayed already.
I did see a message from Cutler saying race 2 start at 21:40.
Okay, then that means we've got 2 minutes. Was that on the PlayStation chat?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I see that now. Yeah, race start 21:40. Yeah. So yeah, we are a little bit later than expected due to the two lobbies joining together. But a lot of confusion about what was happening, and then the stream not working and things like that. It was a bit chaotic.
So we do have Sparks back in the room.
Ah, great.
He will have probably practiced more for the feature race than he will have done, because he does a lot of work on strategy.
Right, yeah, there's not a lot of strategy to do when you haven't got tyre wear or fuel depletion in race 1, is there?
No, and it's critical in this, because this circuit, with just the way it's, I guess, designed, is going to be very, very heavy on your front left in dry conditions. So I expect that to start causing issues when the tyres start to go off. It's just a case of, you've got Cutler, who is, watch out for Cutler in the race in terms of how he looks after his tyres, because he's an absolute demon at just watching. He'll usually start on the super softs and keep them. He'll keep them longer than people can keep mediums. He's really good on that.
Yeah, we'll keep her on that. Yeah, when I was watching the Mazdas last night, it was absolutely tearing the front right to bits, just because obviously the course was running the other way around.
Yeah, so that'll start, because your fast, heavy load corners are all that direction. So
that's right.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how that one plays out, because tyre wear always shapes these things up. Matthew Lambert, I think you've commentated on a race of his last week at Kyoto.
Yeah.
And he just got the strategy all wrong, and he's probably one of the quickest guys here. And just because of how he got his strategy wrong, he went right to the back. So
that's right. Yeah, it does play a big part in these races. I think you know that more than anyone. You've run out of fuel once or twice, haven't you, Chris?
I've done it once. But I've had to I've had to really masterly fuel save because I cocked up my fuel strategy once, and that lost me a few places. That was in the GT3 finale last season. Messed that up massively.
Yeah, I've not raced too many races with the old fuel and tyres on. Not to worry too much about strategy anyway.
It's a balance between what's fastest in terms of pit stops and how many times you can afford to pit. So I can't imagine the pit loss time here is going to be that much. It's only a really short pit lane at Tokyo, unlike like a Spa. When that comes, the pit loss time there will be huge because it's like 7 miles long, versus the time you'll lose trying to drag terrible tyres around a course where it doesn't want to grip. So you've got to balance that out to a degree. You see some drivers try and push that a little bit too much and then they end up making mistakes, losing places, and then you lose confidence as well.
And on top of that, I think with the fuel depletion as well, having to worry about that as well. A lot of people will have fuel saving on possibly tonight.
Yeah.
Trying to drag those stints out a little bit longer.
Yeah, so the starting fuel being 70 litres, you might even see a few people try and start on like a harder compound tyre, really extend that first stint. What you tend to find is that most of the time it averages out as a 2-stop. So we'll see how it plays out. It's different every race, every track has different characteristics, and I do think this one's going to harm tyre wear for anyone brave enough to go on the softs, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think you could be right. Jamie's out on the softs at the minute, so Begley Boonesy has started the final.
So a lot of drivers taking those softs.
I've noticed that myself. So race 2 then, people. It's a reverse grid of race 1. And this is your lineup. So Sparks is in P1, Jamie in P2, TWT in 3, Boonesy in 4th, NGR Happy in 5th, Gapow in 6th, Weed Smoker in 7th, Bogus Begbie 8th, KZ2 in 9th, Big Z in 10th, Tyler in 11th, PK261 in 12th, Cutler in 13th, F124 in 14th, as he won the first race. So they're away. VLX Sparks has got to a good start.
He'll pull over on white.
Okay, right, so he's just going to drop himself to the back of the pack. So flip ourselves up to TWT then. So he's first man out. Just leading this pack round on the first lap so far. A little bit of contact on the wall behind from NGR Happy, it looked like.
This is a bit of the race where it all gets a little bit congested because you've got your fast drivers wanting to get through. And Jamie's had an awful start. He's down in 8th already, and he's now causing a bit of a blockade, so to speak, with like Biggsy and all those like wanting to get past.
He's got Milo Tyler involved in this as well. So not big gaps at the minute. Just jump back to the front. TWT still leading the way at the minute. Powell's got himself up into 2nd already. He's dragging himself down those walls though. Booty Bob into 3rd. NGR Happy though, just going down the inside though, looking to take that place off him. Milo Tyler, oh cool, blimey, it's all kicking off.
God, there's cars everywhere.
Yeah, Jamie's up into 7th, although he is drifting all over the place. Who was that I saw going wide? That looked Big Z. Or was it Bogus Begbie? It's Bogus Begbie slamming into the wall. Jamie's still drifting that Mini all over the place.
Milo Tyler's done a really good spot here. He's up into 2nd. And you've got your likes of Sparks and Fraser still at the back of the grid, so if Milo Tyler can get the job done on TWT quickly, which it looks like he's about to do.
He's got Gapow running on the side of him, then the Gapow jumping into 2nd place, Milo Tyler down into 4th through there.
Gapow got a really good exit.
And NGR Happy followed him through as well, so Milo Tyler unfortunately down into 4th now through that little move. Bogus Begbie right on his rear bumper as well. He's got Big Z running by the side of him, so too wide then, chasing down Myla Tyler. Still side by side coming through there. Good driving between Bogus Begbie and Bigsy. That's nearly a mouthful, isn't it? There's a little bit of contact between Gapow, who's up into first place now. Oh, where's that gone? So Gapow's got himself up into P1. TWT's been dropped into second. Myla Tyler still third place. Oh, there's a lot of contact between those. Nearly 4 wide through there.
Yeah, I was just about to say 4 wide for third position.
Whereas, unfortunately, so where's he gone? Myla Tyler has had an absolute mare. He's down in 12th now.
Gotta see if I can find out what happened to him.
So it did look like he got pinballed around a little bit.
Oh, he's got damage.
That's a shame.
Major damage. He hit the wall, and that damage is his left front suspension setup, and that's it. He just hemorrhaged places after that.
Yeah, that's a shame. So Gapow then still leading this race. He's got TWT right on his rear bumper though through there. A little bit of a gap back to PK261, who's managed to fight his way through this pack. He's just been overtaken by Bogus Begbie though, pushed down into 4th place. So yeah, a lot of guys out on the softs then. Actually, F124 is running softs on the front and racing softs on the back.
Yeah, I think Bigsy was doing the same.
Where's Bigsy gone?
That's just to give you rear end stability without sacrificing front end grip. It's actually quite a sensible strategy to run for your first stint, but he won't be able to do that in the pits.
No, because it'll just change all 4 at the same time, won't it?
Correct, yeah. So, I mean, it might be worth doing. We'll see how that plays out, but it's certainly not going to harm him in any way, shape or form.
Is it just those two that have gone for that strategy? Boonsy Bob's gone for racing softs front and super softs front and rear. He's sitting at the back of the pack at the minute. Not a lot of wear on those though.
TWT's one of the only guys running on the medium compound, which is 1 or 2 steps harder compound than a lot of the guys around him. He's got Fraser and Sparks behind him now, so he could essentially be a bit of a mobile chicane to the guys running on the soft compounds behind him.
He's running a lot of wear on that front left as well, compared to say F124 behind him on the softs.
Because he's not looking after him. Oh, bit of contact there.
So F124 and Weed Smoker then fighting it out for Weed Smoker down in 7, sorry. So F124 just backing out of that little fight there then. So
Sparks has made his way past TWT.
Sorry, Chris. PK261 and Bogus Begbie have both got past Gapow, so PK261 is up into P1. Bogus Begbie P2, Gapow P3, but he's been literally pushed down the track by NGR Cutler, looking to take 3rd place off him. And VLX Sparks, yeah, you say he's got himself up into 5th place already. Due to that little fight that Fraser was having with Weed Smoker, he's still currently holding 7th. He has just got past TWT again though.
Weed Smoker's doing a very good job in 6th, to be fair to him.
He's managed to fend off Fraser a couple of laps. A lot of guys drifting these minis through here.
Did you just hear the tyre squeal as well?
Yeah,
Weed Smoker's just had massive damage though. He's had an accident somewhere.
Oh yeah, front and rear. Yeah, he's holding front and rear damage. That doesn't seem to be slowing him down a lot. Or maybe a little bit. Yeah,
find out what happened to him.
That's allowed Myla Tyler to close up. Fraser's managed to get himself into 3rd. How's he done that?
Well, the damage that I was just talking about to Weed Smoker was because he went into the back of VLX Sparks. Sparks then got a lot of rear end damage and he just couldn't get rear end stability, so he lost a lot of pace.
Right.
So that was contact.
Okay, so VLX Sparks then still holding 5th. He's trying to get past Gapow at the minute. Gapow does like to use those walls, but VLX Sparks is side by side with him then. He looks easily taking that place off him down the back straight. So into 4th place for VLX Sparks. So F124 must have just managed to sneak his way through that. Contact between Fraser and Cutler then. So that's just pushed Cutler down into 5th place. He was in 2nd having a fight with Fraser, but that contact's now pushed him. He's down in 7th. That's allowed VLX Sparks and Smoker, Gapow, Mile and Tyler to be promoted a spot. Bigsy's just come in the pits then. So he's in on the racing softs. He might have been able to get another lap out of that, I'd have thought.
Now, a lot of these guys will base their strategy on time, though, you'd be surprised. So he might have just timed it.
Yeah.
It's been like 8-minute stints or whatever.
You never know.
Tend to find that. Oh, Milo Tyler has a massive crash. Lost a load of time. Let me have a look at that.
Yeah, he's got NGR Cutler chasing him. TWT's got himself up into 8th place though. He's right in the back of this little fight. So Milo Tyler side by side with Gapow. He's got past Gapow, but NGR Happy's gone for an absolute flyer down the inside of the pair of them, up into 5th place for NGR Happy.
Miles Tyler's going to have to come into the pits soon as well. Looks like he's got margins on fuel. It was a bit of a battle they had with Gapow, and they both just innocently enough raced an incident, just a little bit of contact, and that sent Miles Tyler off into the wall. But looks like he's recovered quite well.
So while we've been chatting, PK261 has managed to get hold that 1st place, 2.7 seconds back off Fraser. VLX Sparks still in 3rd then, pretty close to Fraser as well. But PK261 has just come in the pits.
Fraser's doing a really good job on fuel. He's got double the amount of sparks. Not losing time, well, not losing masses of time because of it as well. So his strategy, he might be trying to stretch. He might be trying to stretch a 1-stop out here. It'd be very audacious if he does it, but he might be trying it.
Will VLX Sparks try and cover it? Well, he can't cover him off, can he? He's not got enough fuel. So he won't be able to run the same strategy then as Fraser. Cutler down in 3rd at the minute. He's a fair old chunk back, 12.8 seconds back at the minute. He's holding a fair amount of fuel as well, nearly 1/4 of a tank. Plenty of life, you were right, he's got plenty of life left on those racing softs.
So it looks like everyone behind them's pitted. So everyone from PK downwards has been in the pits already. Looking at it, just checking.
10.5 second gap back to PK. Like I say, doing a really good job with fuel and tyres is NGR Cutler.
He's just an absolute demon at saving it. That's going to save him a lot of time in the pits. So the 13 seconds he's got deficit sparks, yeah, it is a vast yawning chasm of time, but he will reduce that the more he saves.
VLX Sparks has come in the pits now. Cutler's doing better on fuel and tyres than Fraser, although I have just seen him clip the wall.
So Fraser stays out.
Yeah, and NGR Cutler stays out as well. So both these guys looking to run long into this race.
Sparks is coming out of the pits. Felt like an eternity in the pit stop that did, and he is 7 seconds behind Cutler and increasing as well, so I'll probably even out to about 8 seconds back, so we will get Cutler back when he pits.
He's come out right in front of PK261 as well, so he might lose a bit of time while they battle, but they're both quick guys anyway, so they won't lose too much time.
I don't think PK will give him any trouble, to be fair, and that's an obvious move. He's there, he's not in the same race at this minute in time. We've got 18 minutes left of this one yet.
Very true. So Fraser then 15 seconds out in front at the minute, nearly 16 seconds. He's, almost out of fuel. He has taken a lot of damage on that front left. still running more fuel, better tyre wear. He's only lost half a second to VLX Sparks behind him as well. So I don't think he'll come out too far behind these guys and still be able to get back into the fight with them.
I'm just watching to see if he does come in the pits, Cutler. I'll let you know if he does.
Alright, I'm just having a flick through the pack. So Bogus Begbie and Bigsy pretty close together. It's 0.6 of a second. A pair of them drifted around that last left-hand corner into the right before the start-finish straight. That's Milo Tyler doing the same. So he's had a bit of a mare race as Milo Tyler, who was right at the front having a bit of a fight. Through a bit of contact and damage, he's down in 7th place at the minute.
So Cutler's not pitted, and 9 lap old tyres, and he's setting personal best times.
He's lost about a second to VLX Sparks though.
Oh, he's in the wall.
Yeah, just run himself a bit wide. So you should see him. Is he coming in? No, that's not the pit lane. What am I talking about? That's the wrong side of the track.
He's at the wall again.
VLX Sparks and PK261 are bumper to bumper. Yeah, they're not that far behind Cutler at all. 5.8 seconds.
Our leader comes into the pits then. He was marginal on fuel, so he's going to have to take quite a bit of fuel on board, but he's made it 14 minutes into the race before pitting, so he's in a position where he can make a one-stop work if he wants to.
What do you think? What do we think he's going to come out on? Mediums or going to go for another set of softs, do you think?
Looking at how he saved those, it's doable to do softs again.
He is. He's come out on the softs. So VLX Sparks chucks himself up into P1. We've got PK261, so lost a bit of time, then 1.1 seconds back to VLX Sparks. F124 just come out of the pits, 2.4 seconds back. He's lost a bit of time, 2.8 to PK261, so 3rd place for Fraser at the minute. Bigsy in 4th, he's 7 seconds back off the top 3. And Bogus Begbie, he's only 2 seconds back. So 5th place for Bogus. Milo Tyler currently in 6th place, 3.2 seconds off of Bogus Begbie. NGR Cutler in 7th. He's just come in the pits though, 3.3 seconds off of Milo Tyler, that gap coming down. KZ2 Haas, he's in 8th place. And a bit of a fight with Weed Smoker at the minute. Weed Smoker looking to make a move down the inside. Who's got the pace? It looks like Weed Smoker's got it, but nope. KZ2 Haas has kept that position. It's still on between these two. Bit of door banging through there, nothing too dramatic, but Weed Smoker getting past KZ2 Haas through that section. So down into 9th for KZ2. Boonsy Bob in 10th place, he's nearly 10 seconds back off 9th. NGR Happy in 11th, so looking to catch up onto the back of Boonsy Bob. TWT in 12th place, again 3.2 seconds back from NGR Happy. Jamie in 13th and Gapow bringing up the rear in 14th now. So he's out on the super soft as well as Gapow, so we'll see how long they last. I don't think they'll last very long.
He was tearing them up in the first stint as well. So the PK and Sparks battle's been hovering around the 6 to 8 temps mark for the last lap or so. I've just been keeping an eye on that, where you've had a run through everyone, nothing really to commentate on so far.
Yeah, I'm just with them now. It's down to 0.4 of a second, 0.3. So is PK261 going to make a move, do you think, or is he...
You know what, he might do. I mean, he's 4th in the Pro Championship, and considering Malatal's left, he's 4th in the Pro Championship, and considering he missed last week as well and didn't lose 4th, he does normally score quite well.
We'll have to to see if he can make any moves on VLX Sparks. He's closing that gap again. Fortunately, we've just had Myler Tyler leave the room. I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know whether we got involved with someone and just got a bit of a rage quit going. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out after the race. PK261 currently holding fastest lap with a 1:29.0. That was on lap 11 as well, just chasing down VLX Sparks.
It's a beast on the lap.
So they are side by side almost through there. PK261 has taken the place off VLX Sparks. So VLX Sparks just catching them all through the first section of corners, allowing PK261 to sneak through. He's got half a second gap over him as well.
Yeah, again, you just wonder at this stage in the race whether Sparks is playing the stick in the slipstream and save fuel game.
You never know. You never know. You'd obviously know a bit more than that on that if that was the strategy. I don't know whether he's played that before.
Yeah, he's quite. He could play quite cute with that sort of thing. I think my guys to watch in this one, I know they're not there right now, but Fraser and Cutler we do think can make a one-stop work on the fuel they've got. So might be interesting to see if they, when your likes of PK and Sparks have to pit again, whether they manage to hang in there with the pace they're running at. So yeah, I don't know if it works with you in the races you've covered, but you tend to find that in the last sort of 6 or 7 minutes, everything just starts to unfold.
Yeah, correct. So I'm just looking at F124. He's 6.2 seconds off the back of VLX Sparks, but like you say, if he's going for the one stop, he's still able to take that place when they dive into the pits, won't he, with that sort of gap?
Well, the pit stop round here with fuel is north of 15 seconds, so yeah, you've got that. That's your pit window, so to speak. And if Sparks wants to make himself safe, he's really got to get a move on now, really. But again, it might be saving fuel. So
they won't have to take a lot of fuel on board, so it won't be the full time. I wouldn't have thought in the pits.
No. But you want tyres as well. So
true. So I'm just looking at Cutler's time as well. So he's 22 seconds back off the first place guy, PK261. So he will, like you say, he'll be right back in this fight if he's going for the one stop when they pit. He's just caught the wall through there though. Need to stop doing that, Cutler. So let's go on board with VLX Sparks chasing down PK261. You can see how loose these minis are through here. So PK261 has just jumped in the pits. So VLX Sparks back up into P1 then. We'll stick with him. We'll go for a lap on board with VLX Sparks.
So again, I think PK's timing his pit stops to race time, so he's doing a 2-stop with 10-minute stints.
Yeah, it's looking like it. So yeah, we'll just come, as Chris was saying earlier, there's not many places you need to brake on this course. A lot of it's just lift and coast. As you can see, it's all quite, even though it's a thin track, it's all quite sort of wide corners. Mini just struggling in 6th gear up this hill a little bit. So again, no braking around that corner. This way you might see the brakes come on a little bit. So dropping it a gear. Let it coast really. Touch a brake through there. Going full power through this section. So another little lift and coast through there. So yes, VLX Sparks comes in the pits then.
I do think Fraser and Cutler are going to have to at least splash and dash it though, looking at the fuel.
Possibly. Fraser has just come past the pits, so taking that first place at the minute. Let's just see where Cutler is on track. So he's going around the last left onto the last right. He's gone past the pit entrance. So I've just seen VLX Sparks come out of the pits, so he has kept that second place. Only 5 points, it's coming down actually that time. 4.2 seconds now, the gap between VLX Sparks and NGR Cutler. As Chris says, they may have to, Fraser and Cutler may have to just do a bit of a splash and dash at the end of the race. Might put them down a position or two. Fraser's got 12.4 second gap over VLX Sparks. So a bit of time to play with for Fraser at the front at the minute. Switch up that camera view. So you've just seen Cutler in the background. That's down to less than 3 seconds, that gap between VLX Sparks and Cutler. Sparks came out on the softs. He is holding a bit more fuel, obviously.
Yeah, so I'm just looking into this Cutler and Fraser fuel situation just to give us a little bit of context. I've worked out that they've both got probably 3 to 4 laps of fuel left in that tank, because they're looking at about a quarter tank each, so they are going to have to pit again.
And that's 3 laps. What's that going to be? 4.5, 5 minutes this year. So they're going to have to pit literally to take on board enough fuel for 1 lap, by the look of it.
So if Fraser does it now, he loses track position.
Yeah, he's lost a bit of time to VLX Sparks, isn't he? 11.7 that gap now.
Sparks is on fresh rubber. He can push to the end now. He's probably got about 5-6 laps of fuel in that car, so just enough to get him to the end. He can push now.
Yeah, Fraser's going to struggle on his tyres as well. He's taken the front left of that Mini and put it through some torture. So that gap is down rapidly.
Yeah, Sparks is setting purple sectors now.
Yeah, the gap's down to 9.7 seconds between these two. So
PK's going for a move on Cutler if you want a bit of overtaking coverage.
Just
backed out of it though, actually, just as a look.
But PK261, he's not long been in the pits either, has he? So he's out on fresh softs, or freshish softs, compared to Cutler's softs.
Cutler doesn't like being overtaken though.
And as we've seen previously, he knows exactly where to stick his car when these two last got into a fight.
He winds me up in the GT3s because I just can't get past the guy.
Maybe you need to be quicker, Chris.
Nah, I do. Stop punting him off. No, he's genuinely, he's very frustrating to race against because you think you're quicker, but because his car's just in the right place at the right time, you cannot get away past him. Unless he makes a mistake, and then obviously you can do it, but he doesn't make a lot of those.
So I'm just on board with Weed Smoker and Boonsy. They were pretty close a second ago, but Boonsy's just clipped the wall. Lost a bit of time to Weed Smoker. That's put himself under pressure from KZ2 Haas, who's looking to make a move down the inside and then a switch back. So we'll just stick with this for a second, see if KZ2 can get past him.
I'll keep an eye on the other stuff, just I'll let you know if anything kicks off.
So Boonsy Bob has just compromised himself going through there, so KZ2 has managed to sneak past him down the inside of the last corner, taking 9th place off of Boonsy, pushing him down into 10th. So let's just jump back up to the front. Fraser's still out on track, 6.8 seconds the gap between him and VLX Sparks.
PK has got past Cutler, but I haven't mentioned it because Cutler looked like he was going to get straight back at him.
There's only a quarter of a second between them. Maybe just losing a bit of time now with those tyres.
Yeah,
possibly fuel saving, possibly fuel saving, maybe.
I think you are right. So it'll be marginal on fuel now. He's probably got another 2 laps in there left. Let me just
work out about right. If he's got it right, he's played a blinder.
He might just make it.
I think Fraser's going to do that as well. He's got more fuel on than Cutler. Cutler's looking to make a move down there onto PK261. So made a move straight down the inside. A little bit of contact, but up into third place for Cutler. PK261 down in fourth. Then half a second he's already got on PK261.
Cutler's short shifting. He's letting back past.
Yeah, it just makes me wonder why he's getting into so much of a fight with PK261 then, if he knows he can't win out on the straights.
So Cutler's just gone. Cutler has just gone to flashing red, which means 1.1, 1.2 laps of fuel remain.
And he's got more than 1.1, 1.2 laps to go. So it's going to be
Fraser's not quite that bad yet.
No, I think Fraser's going to make this. I think he's going to do all right. Although he may have to get us 2 laps in. I think he'll do it though with the fuel he's got. We'll see. But that gap coming down between him and VLX Sparks, 3.4 seconds that gap.
Cutler comes in.
He has done. He's not risking it.
To be fair, he could have risked losing fourth for fighting for third. So yeah, it's little tiny dash of fuel.
Yeah, just enough for that 1 lap, like I say. But he does keep that fourth place position. So we'll just throw ourselves up to Fraser, keep our eye on him. Only got about 1 minute 10 seconds of this race left. He will cross the line. And he's got the flashing red fuel as well.
Yes, he's going to have to save. He's got to go round again.
He is.
Sparks is in the same situation though. It's worth pointing out, Sparks is in the same boat. He's got the same amount of fuel.
That is true, that is true. I was just wondering why VLX Sparks wasn't able to close that gap on Fraser. It's still at 3.5 seconds. So possibly both guys fuel saving right now then, by the look of it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Fraser's telemetry. He's short shifting before the revs even flash on his steering wheel. So
yeah, I'm also looking at the gap between PK261 and VLX Sparks. That's coming down half a second a corner almost. So Cutler then, he's managed to keep his fourth place, even though he's had to do a bit of a splash and dash at the end. Bigsy's 6.8 seconds off him, so nothing to worry about from behind. Bogus Begbie's 6. Oh, so it's all still looks like it's kicking off further back. KZ2 has Wheat Smoker and Boone's Eye Bob in a bit of a fight, still right at the end of this race.
So they're on their last lap now. That's it. They've got this final sector to go.
So we'll just stick with these while it's all kicking off. Williamsy Bob looking to make a move. Oh, where have you gone? So here we go. Wheat Smoker, NGR Happy, Boonsy Bob and KZ2 Haas now in a fight for 7th place. As they come across the line, KZ2's keeping that place. NGR Happy.
Fraser's out of fuel. That gap has just come down 1 second. Sparks is about to take Fraser for the lead.
Take him, yeah. So Sparks taking the lead then, but he's it's a shame for Fraser. He was looking good. He's got 2 corners to go. That's a shame.
And Fraser just hits the wall.
Yeah, so Fraser's going to, VLX Sparks is going to bring home first place in this race then. F124 in second. PK261 just coming around the last corner now. A good race for PK261, third place for him. NGR Cutler, again, he's already finished the race. He did play a bit of a blinder. There's been all sorts of fights up and down this field, Chris.
It's about as tense as a last lap without there being any on-track action as you want to get.
Yeah, I'm sure these guys were sweating more than we were. Bigsy 5th, Begbie in 6th, KZ2 in 7th. I wish Gran Turismo would leave those up a bit longer.
Throw my keyboard away.
just flick those results back up. So VLX Sparks, yeah, taking first place in that race. Unfortunately, he had issues in race 1, which means he couldn't race in that one. He was stuck on the grid. F1 24, second place for him. Good results this weekend, tonight for Fraser. PK 261 in third place. Cutler in fourth. Bigsy in fifth. Bogus Begbie in sixth. So Bigsy and Bogus Begbie were having a fight pretty much all the way through that race. KZ2 in 7th, NGR Happy 8th, Boonsy in 9th, Weed Smoker in 10th. We just saw those getting involved in a bit of a fight at the end of that race as well. TWT UK, 11th place for him. Bit of a lonely race for these three guys at the back, I think. Gapow was having a good race at the start of the second one, but just through one thing and another, managed to push himself back to the back of the pack by the look of it.
Yeah, he was running really well in his first stint. Hung it with the big boys for quite a while, but yeah, that middle stint just fell off a cliff for Gapow, but he's probably got the mini bug now, so we'll see how he gets on in future weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see him back next week.
So, from what you've just watched, who's your driver of the day?
For that one, it's a difficult one. That's a difficult one. I'm going to give it to KZ2 Haas, actually. For me, he's a new driver in this league. He's he's had a good fight. He's kept it clean. I mean, he knows the rules of next gen and all the rest of it. But for me, I'm picking KZ2.
Well, for me, it was between him for those exact reasons and Sparks, because he dropped himself to the back of the grid, didn't have the experience of the feature race to know the track, so to speak, although you'll argue that he's had a ton of practice, and really sort of coped with the pressure at the end and just got on with his racing. I mean, that last stint from him was a bit of a work of art in just how he managed that gap. I mean, I can't remember what the gap between him and Fraser was, but it was big.
Well, it was like 12.5 seconds.
And that was a last lap sort of overtake. So, yeah, no, I'll agree with you though. I think KZ2 Haas probably deserves it for the fact that he's just jumped into this literally 20 minutes before it opened and put in a good show.
Yeah, okay, we'll call that. Don't get me wrong, I'll prop you up on the VLX Sparks. Like you say, he did drop himself to the back of the pack to make it a fair race between himself and the other faster drivers. So yeah, we'll go for a joint driver of the day with those two. For me, if you're happy with that.
I'm happy with that, mate. I'm happy with that.
Why not?
And don't forget, if you're watching this, I can see on your screen there's a few watchers and not as many likes. So give this stream a like. Give darksmoka a sub as well if you've not already.
Yeah.
He puts a lot of time into this sort of stuff, so
yeah.
All for your entertainment.
Yeah.
So follow the man.
Cheers, Chris.
There we go. You can pay me $5 at the next race.
Hold on, mate. Did you have to get your wallet out of carton?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't, did you? Right. Okay. So shush you. Right.
I did have to buy some beers for to Stuart and Fraser though. I actually bought Fraser. You owe me a pint. I just remembered.
It's all coming back to you now.
Next time.
Right. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. Where are we? Yeah, so Fraser's popped up. He was raging. VLX Sparks said that was intense. GT Deli B giving congratulations to VLX Sparks. Unlucky Fraser from GT Deli B as well. Yeah, Fraser, that one stop would have worked, mate, if you'd have just not tried to rag it so much.
We called it, didn't we? We said that.
Yeah, so what, we got 2 races left?
Yeah, I'll pull up the website and I'll tell you what's coming next. So we've got Tsukuba, that's on the 11th of November. We've then got Red Bull Ring Short, and then the last race is the endurance race. So by the 25th of November, which is when the last race is, we'll have our Championes.
Ooh.
And then those guys will most likely join us for the Race of Winners event that we'll have to sort out at some point.
Oh yeah. again. Forget about that. So just have a quick look through the chat again. There's been a few more comments. I was making about 5% fuel per lap, says Fraser. Yeah, that gap came down fast, mate. You were unlucky there, unfortunately. VLX
I was
Sparks.
joking about the pint, Fraser. You don't owe me up, mate. Don't worry about it.
VLX Sparks. I don't know whether you're being sarcastic or not there, VLX Sparks. Ain't an awful feeling, isn't it, when you're watching that gap come down? Yeah, no problem, VLX Sparks. No problem. Fraser, gutted, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much stream over. Chris, any last words from yourself?
Not from me, just the usual thanks to your good self for giving up your time and talking gobbledygook over this lot, and to everyone for turning up, and the hosts for putting the show on for us.
There you go. So do you want to just give the people a rundown of when you're next on and stuff like that? I'm sure you kind of give that sort of stuff out on your channel.
So my current channel, my next video is probably going to be the GT3 Nürburgring race replay that I'll hopefully release tomorrow, because I've got a day off work tomorrow, so I can record it when I'm just at home. After that, we'll be next live with the NGR VW Cup on Thursday. That's going to be at 8 o'clock for the Spec Series VW Cup. Nice short stream, that one. We tend to get everything done and dusted in about 40 odd minutes. And then, yeah, that's me for the week. How about yourself?
Obviously back Monday for the minis next week.
Love the minis.
There you go. So for myself, I'm back Wednesday for the Team versus Team GR3 event. That's Next Gen SimFX, MRC and P1RC. That's always a good session. Really fast cars. I can't remember where the race is this week.
Dragon Trail Gardens.
Dragon Trail Gardens, yeah, that's a good
I need to go and do some practice now. Actually, that's my next job.
So yeah, that's me on Wednesday. That starts at 8:30, and then I'm back Thursdays for the P1 boys and their Thursday Mazda lobby. That's always a good one to watch. We've been kicked out. GTTCs has finished for the season, so no racing from me, no sweary Fridays, and then back for the Sunday lobby for P1 Mazdas. So that's exactly the same racing, just a different group of guys because they can't race Thursdays. And then back, yeah, for the Monday minis. So yeah, just a quick shout out to Chris for jumping in on this. It was a bit chaotic at the start. I do apologise for all that. You know, nothing we can do about this sort of stuff. That's pretty much going to be the stream over. Chris, cheers, mate. Thank you for jumping in.
No problem, mate. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
No problem. And get yourself a team together and get yourself up PFI. Stop messing about.
Yeah, mate. I'm on it. Don't worry.
Fraser, I'm talking to you, Fraser. All right. Bob's on about doing it as well, so
yeah, I think it's me, Mungino, Bob, and Fraser.
Yeah.
On it. So yeah, boys, we'll get a group chat going.
Like I say, the next one of those is 10th of November. Whether you can get in on that one, it might be fully booked now, but get on the website or give them a ring, and they'll sort you out.
Sweet, will do.
All right, mate.
Right, I'm gonna go and practice some GT3s now. So if you're still watching this, people, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that lovely stuff, and I'll catch you next time.
Cool. Cheers, Chris.
See you later, man.
See you later, mate.
Bye.
So yes, that's that one done with. Some good racing tonight. CJ just leaving the party there. So I hope you enjoyed all that. If you like what you're watching, give us a like, give us a subscribe, leave a comment, call me names, whatever. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here.